Nigeria's petrol price saga has taken center stage once again in the past days, sparking intense debate and controversy. The recent disagreement between the Dangote Refinery and the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, the Nnpcl, over petrol pump prices has raised a lot of questions and, of course, the government's energy stabilization measures. As Nigerians grapple with the economic and social implications of fluctuating fuel prices, there is the question at the tip of everyone's tongue, which is what is driving this controversy. We're going to dive into the complexities of this, dissect it, of why this saga persists and keeps coming up, and we're going to examine the implications of the Dangote Refinery's entrance and the access that the Nnpcl stands on petrol prices. So joining us to do justice to this topic via Zoom virtually, we have Yaba Gani Yusuf Sani. He is energy, or Yaba Girad, I beg your pardon, Yusuf Sani. He is energy and crude oil expert, currently the national chairman of the Action Democratic Party, the ADP, joining us from Maiduguri, the Borno State capital. Good morning. All right, moving on, it's good to have you, beg your pardon, joining us from the nation's capital. Now, also we have Zarma Mustafa. He is the National Controller of Operation of IPMAN. Good morning. It's good to have you.
Good morning.
Of course. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Now, first of all, I want us to talk about what this whole controversy is causing. But let me hear from Yabagi first. What do you think is driving this controversy when it comes to the petrol, considering that this should have been a massive achievement for Nigerians?
Well, what is happening is the fallout of an unconscious law that was introduced as a kind of silver bullet that will solve the problems of the poor and of the oil and gas sector of Nigeria. I call it obnoxious law because that law, which is PIA, Petroleum Industry Act, was hijacked, even if it was preconceived from the beginning by the people that I would think were axiomatic, means that they have the best reputation for this country, but it was hijacked midway by the traders, in this economy. I'm talking about IOCs, and now you have also Nnpcl. That law says that beginning with the administration of tinubu, will be recognized that Nigerians will be at their own mercy, meaning that there will not be subsidy. Petrol everywhere in the world is a political economy. I mean, it's a political product rather. Internationally, domestically, it's a political product. And just like if you look at other countries like Europe, America, any sector that they have comparative advantage, they deliberately, intentionally give their people some kind of relief. They don't allow their people to pay the market price, even though they are operating a capitalist economy like the one Nigeria is operating. They will introduce what we now call subsidies, like food, for instance. America has comparative advantage in food, and America subsidizes food, to the extent that you will think it's free, to a very large extent. So, even though they are the fathers of capitalism, when you talk about, a highly geared economy based on market, principles. But here you are. They know that their nationals cannot compete effectively in that kind of environment. They now introduce subsidy. And why am I bringing America into the issue? Is that Nigeria, like America, we have comparative advantage when it comes to crude oil and gas. We produce it to the extent that we are.
All right, I think the network just froze Yaba Gani, so we'll go back to Zarma Yaba, beg your pardon on that one. We'll go back to Zarma Mustafa to hear from you about this. Now, with everything going on, Ipman has been in the center of all of this. Let's hear your reaction to this, controversies from the Nnpcl and the Dangote, where everyone keeps dropping a statement out that is contradictory to what the other person is or other opponent is saying. So, what is your take on that?
I've been following the trend of events within the last few days, and the drama that is unfolding between Nnpcl and Dangote is actually uncalled for, because before whatever information or is given, there is need for Dangote and Nnpcl to have done their homework appropriately and agree within themselves before any information is supposed to be released to the public as regards to the pricing. First, there was a press release that the price NNPC given to Dangote given to NNPC is 766 naira, and later on Dangote came out and disputed that is more than that. It's supposed to be 898 naira, not 765 naira, because the crude they use in refining this particular product is an imported crude, not the crude that was given to them by Nnpcl at naira value. I think there is need for them to do their homework and correct this anomaly in the future. It's unfortunate that such a drama has unfolded, but it's just the starting, and I believe the two organizations will come up to do the needful to avoid this kind of embarrassment.
All right. In addition to what she just asked now, over time, Nigerians have had the notion that independent marketers play a major role when it comes to fuel distribution and inflation of prices. At this point in time, what is happening between Dangote and Nnpcl? Where does Ipman stand?
Well, as at now, we have no any business relation with Dangote for now, but we have intentions. There are some correspondences between ourselves and the refinery, and we hope to have a discussion, a meeting, a roundtable business meeting with the management of Dangote to see how best we can also participate in taking whatever volume that the refinery is producing. But we have not yet started anything. And I don't think any major, any other independent market has started anything. The first point of loading that they have started is Nnpc that has started loading. So time will determine how we can also participate and see how best we can contribute our own quota in terms of evacuating product from the refinery for distribution to various retail outlets across the nation. The price that we are supposed to buy from the refinery is not yet clear, because the engagement has not yet started, and from the engagement we will have a clear idea of how much Dangote is willing to sell to independent marketers, and from there we'll take it off.
Honestly, Zarma, you saying that even for you, independent marketers, you're not really clear on this, then imagine, the dilemma Nigerians are facing and are going through. But then there is something I'm sure is at the tip of Nigerians' tongue, which is, even while Dangote and the NNPC, have not come to a better solution that would make life easy for Nigerians now, there seem to be a long queues and lack of the petroleum products, even for independent marketers that tend to, import it to Nigeria. So I want you to give us details of why that is happening at this point. Do we have you, Zarma? All right, I think network seemed to not favor us that much. I don't know if we have Yabagi back. Okay, you can hear me. Okay, Zama, yes, I threw a question at you, which I said, with everything going on, there seems to be scarcity of the fuel right now, and there's queues in the line of basically most filling stations or other are even closed. So even though the Dangote and the NNPC have not made the final decision, what about independent marketers? Have you people stopped, importing fuel? What is going on? Are you still with us, Zarma?
Uh-oh.
Yes, I think I have been able to pick on some of those questions as regards to still having queues within the country and the scarcity is still ongoing. Well, the fact of the matter is there is, from all indication, there is a shortfall of supply from the major importer of the product, which is Nnpcl. And marketers can only take what is available within the coastal depots that supply most of the product. Most of the depots are.
All right, let's.
Have no stock plate and NPCs. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Can you hear us?
So most of the depots have no stocks, and we can only supply and wait at retail outlets when the product is available at various coastal depots. For now, the volume that is available is not enough. That's why you see the lingering queues across the nation. But I believe with the upcoming of Dangote Refinery and the volume that has started, that the NNPC has started lifting, it will go a long way in
All right. Let's quickly. Thank you very much. I think. Or I think would while we wait for your network to get itself back, and then we could continue seamless conversation. Let's join our other guest, Yabagi now. He spoke about the volume of production from Dangote Refinery. Now Dangote have come out to say that they have enough. They are going to be able to produce enough to meet Nigerians' needs and as well as export. Now, how do you see the role of Dangote Refinery evolving over time? Do you think with what the drama and the controversy we're seeing playing out now, do you think we'll be able to see him achieve this feat he has set down for himself in the future?
Well, definitely because he has the facility, meaning that he has a refinery that can produce much, much more than what Nigeria needs and our neighbors, that's West African coast and even beyond. But the issue is the prices that are being introduced. And the issue is the fact that there are very big interests that he has come to displace. And not only in Nigeria, but also outside Nigeria, because you should know that for a long time, Nigeria has been.
Teresa Aviabagi. All right, right now, nothing anybody will tell me that something in the air is trying to hide on this, the same controversy that we're trying to...
It's playing with our networks this morning.
Exactly, because Nigerians need to know all of these details. But yes, let's take a very short break, and when we come back, we'll get to see if we can connect back with our guest. Stay with us.
Documenting the Nigerian story.
Welcome back, and thank you for staying with us on Daybreak. Yes, we're talking about the controversy surrounding the Dangote Refinery and the Nnpcl. And we have, of course, virtually from Abuja, Yabagi, Yusuf Sani, and also from Maiduguri, Zarma Mustafa. But quickly, because of the network connection, we'll just rush up this conversation. So Zarma, let me throw this question at you. What do you think is the way forward when it comes to this controversy in order to elevate, the suffering of Nigerians?
The way forward is all the stakeholders, the Dangote Refinery, the Nnpcl, the marketers, all have to put in their best to see that they have participated in bringing an end to this perennial petroleum scarcity. Because with the upcoming of the refinery, I believe we will have a boost in terms of supply of petroleum product, particularly PMS. If the refinery is going to work at its peak capacity, I believe it can be able to produce about 40 million liters daily, which is substantially over 80 to 90% of our daily needs. I want also the Nnpc to make sure that they live up to their words of making sure all our 4 refineries are also off and doing. With that, I believe we have a final solution to this supply scarcity and demand and supply issues that has been perennial within the last 30 years. With a private sector coming in, I believe, I don't think they are going to allow the refineries to be having continuous breakdown in such a way that it will continue affect the supply of petroleum product. I know Dangote to be a very shrewd and hardworking businessman, and everybody knows the amount he has spent to build this refinery, and he will do everything possible to see that he has been able to get his return on investment within the shortest possible time, and in the process also providing the energy needs of Nigerians.
All right. Thank you so much. Honestly, I appreciate you. Wanted us to have him on this, but definitely we know we'd get to reach back, reach out to you to dissect further updates on this. Thank you so much, Zarma Mustafa, for joining us this morning.
Thank you. It's my pleasure.
All right. Let's quickly get Yabagi's last take on it. Now, what's your take on all? Finally, wrapping up now, what's the way forward? What do you think can be done to put a solution and ease the sufferings of Nigerians? Just like Zarma responded, we'd love to get your thoughts on it as well.
Well, what can be done is to allow the market. What can be done is to allow the market to really operate fully as a fully deregulated market. That's a downstream sector. And once that is done, you won't have any middleman coming in, like Nnpcl is coming in now, in between the consumers and the refinery. I mean, that's the Dangote refinery and other refineries that may come on stream, as we go. So I believe the solution is in, like we have done in the diesel. Diesel has been allowed, to flow. Marketers have been allowed to participate. People have been allowed to buy diesel and then sell. So they should allow also PMS to also go the same way. Since government says they have removed the subsidy on the petrol, then let them allow the product to find its level, meaning that the price, like willing buyer, willing seller, which they said they are operating, let it be really truly deregulated. Nnpcl should remove itself from the whole ecosystem, and then concentrate on they themselves playing, in the market, since they are also now private sector, and allow other like independent marketers, Ipman, you have other players, that also who are marketers. They should allow them to go and buy this product from Dangote or wherever they want to buy it from, and allow people to now have, sufficient supply of this product, because the effective and the efficient supply of petroleum products is key to the progress of our economy.
All right. Just quickly, wanted to get your take on this. Now, Nigerians are calling on the president to intervene, considering, this back and forth going on. What is your take on that?
They are calling on who to intervene?
The president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Well, the president is everything is on his table, because he's the Minister of Petroleum Resources. They don't have to call on him. He knows what to do as the minister, and I'm sure he will be more interested in ensuring that Nigerians get the best, during his administration, especially when it comes to issue of the economy.
All right. Thank you so much
because,
for
like I've said, and everybody knows, fuel plays a key role in the economy.
Indeed. Appreciate you so much, Yabagi Yusuf Sani, for joining us to dissect this. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. Now, that was Yabagi Yusufsani, energy and crude oil expert, currently national chairman of the Action Democratic Party, the ADP, who joined us virtually from Abuja. And also, we had Zarma Mustafa, national controller operation of Apeman, that joined us from Maiduguri. Hope, of course, you had a take or two from this conversation. We'll definitely keep you up to speed with what is going on. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we're going to dive into the front pages of the national dailies. Stay with us.